Are you feeling a bit hungry, Justin?
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Me too. I'm feeling for something yummy and delicious. Do you have anything in mind?
Something seafood.
Maybe. Actually, my new favorite Japanese-inspired takoyaki is now here. It's a combination of takoyaki, yakisoba, and donburi meals, catering their customers for the delicious and affordable oishi experience.
Visit them at 3rd floor Expansion Wing, Festival Mall, Alabang. For you to try and enjoy your takoyaki experience, use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off on takoyaki. Again, TACOSAGA for 15% off.
Use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off. Again, use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off on your next takoyaki purchase on selected areas.
Scroll mo kasi para we
Yeah,
can...
yeah, let's look at our script. There we go. Looks good, right? I made that.
Nice. Are we filming? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're filming. Alright. Hi, Justin. How was your week?
The usual. School, SAGA.
Was
I
it-
just had my event, so...
Yeah, he just had an event, so it's pretty fun. Success. So, I'm Raphael Goño. I'm your host for Saga Studio, and this is my co-host.
Justin Kua.
So, if you guys don't know what we're doing here right now, this is a podcast by Saga. So, what is Saga, Justin?
SAGA is a social academic guild for architecture, the official recognized professional collegiate organization founded for students for the architecture program of the Assault College of St. Benilde.
Nice! So memorized. So all we're doing right now is Saga Studio. So Saga Studio is a look into Benilde architecture. It's a podcast series that takes into different accounts and different perspectives of the architecture field to create insightful discussions and to aim to inspire students who want to pursue the architecture field by highlighting architectural practices and the study of it, and also highlighting the Benilde experience in architecture. So yeah.
That's right.
And for this episode, we'll be talking about life after Benilde. So what is it like? Syempre, we're students right now, so we don't know what's like
That's
after
why-
working as an architect.
We'll have our guests.
Our guest here. Who's our guest, Justin?
We have our first one, Bianca.
Woo! Hello, Bianca. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, thank you
welcome.
so much for coming to our podcast.
Welcome.
And we have another guest. We have Bird. Woo! Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's introduce our guest here today. So, Burns, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello guys. First, thank you for having me. Actually, sobrang miss ko na Saga.
Aww.
So, seeing you guys, parang sobrang level up na. So, yeah. I'm gonna introduce myself. So, my name is Bernabe. You guys can call me Burns. I'm slightly a fresh graduate. I've been working now for about 8 months, I think. 8 or 9 months, about 9 months. I'm working in a design build firm. So far it's doing well for me. I'm learning so much. Yeah, that's about it.
So, what ID batch number?
Oh, I'm ID 116.
Ooh, okay.
For reference, I'm 119, Goño's 118.
Yeah. You're the youngest.
Yeah.
Yes. Bianca, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Hi, I'm Bianca Rodrigo. So I'm the former vice president for finance when I used to be in college. I'm currently working in a developer firm, for about 6 months ish. But before that, I was doing freelance with a prof in Benilde.
Ooh, freelance.
Freelance right after graduating, like
Graduating, as in while waiting for me
Oh.
to graduate. Yeah.
interesting. That's kind of cool.
They reached out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very interesting. Okay, so like let's start off with a small game of like never have I ever in the yield.
Right.
So Justin and I will be throwing out never have I ever questions.
Okay.
So my first question was never have I ever graduated. Have you graduated?
Yes. Of course.
Technically, yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
yeah. We had
online.
online graduation, so medyo sad for us. Yeah. But I heard we're
Yeah.
gonna have like a live one on
Yeah,
like,
they just had a
somewhere in
live
October. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna re-graduate again.
Ah, nice.
No
okay.
way, you're
I
gonna
think
have a-
I heard. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wait,
face to
it-
face this time.
Will it be kind of weird? Like you already graduated online?
Yeah. Pero iba pa rin yung feeling eh. So,
That's
Ah,
true.
yeah, that's
I
true.
agree.
That's true.
Or
Instead of
nakita
just
mo
being on a
everyone
Zoom.
else. Yeah,
Zoom
yeah,
calls.
Yeah,
Yes.
Zoom was.
pretty sad.
How was it though, yung pag-online?
Well, yeah, actually hindi namin na-feel masyado. So,
Mm-hmm.
diba? It's
Oh, yeah.
just a Zoom call. So,
Were you guys affected by online classes, ba?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was during
For
our like fourth
A
year.
year?
Almost a year. Like a term. Wait,
Oh,
no.
no, 1
Three
year.
year- 1 year pala.
Because
One
the
year?
pandemic happened like March 2020.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
We just graduated last year, October 2021.
Oh, so yeah, it's pretty fresh.
Yeah, so we had our thesis online.
Was it? How would you say it?
Pros and cons, yeah, I would say.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had our like live, the deliberation by Zoom, with just a video. So, I mean, I guess those are the pros. Pros,
Yeah.
sorry, pros of like an online, what they call this
Setting.
setting.
Makes sense. Kasi ano naman eh. You can wake up anytime you want. Di ka malit. Travel time, no worries
Yeah.
na rin.
Mhm.
But I guess you had like connections with like upper batches beyond you, and who had their thesis on face to face also.
And actually, we were the first
Batch
batch
2.
who took it online,
Fully online.
fully online.
But then before that, we had the architectural research class. That was face to face. But then the architectural design 9, that was our thesis, right? That was already online, 9 and 10.
Was it difficult? Because it's higher art test, wasn't it? So like it was a little bit more tedious.
It was manageable naman, but then the problem was you have to set your schedule with your mentor to
Yeah.
consult your
Yeah, I think that
topic,
was the
yeah.
hardest part for like an online setting. Kasi actually, if you think about it, you think na mas accessible yung profs because it's online. But actually,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think they're more accessible in like a live setting. Kasi remember like a school, you can just drop by their office
Oh
and
yeah.
have like a quick meeting. Pero online, you just have to like schedule like once a week. That's it, and then wait for another week. So
Mhm.
That was a hard.
It's
So mas
yeah, it's just
mahirap
once a
yung-
week consultation.
And sometimes prof don't message us minsan.
yeah,
Mm.
and they don't return your messages. So
Yeah. Oh, that gives me so many flashbacks.
yeah, but we made it.
But I guess this leads us to like your time in Benilde. So like if you guys can tell us a little bit of your time in Benilde as a student, like what was like the most memorable moment for you or your most memorable experience, you could say during your time in Benilde? Like your pros and cons.
For me, feel ko it was our junior year. Because we were officers in SAGA.
Yeah.
And it was Art Des 456. It was like
Ah.
the time where we learned a lot rin.
Yeah.
Parang it wasn't like Art Des 1, 2, 3 na nangangapa ka pa rin.
Yeah.
But then it's
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 and your officers in an org.
Yeah, those were the times na super active kami with of course the org kasi we were officers. So we got to like meet a lot of people, yung mga frosh. We were super involved with the overall program ng architecture. So I think those were like one of the like memorables in terms of like sa org stuff.
Org and
And academics.
yeah.
Academics. That's so interesting because we're on our third year also. We're
Yeah.
SAGA officers.
Yeah.
Whereas kind
We're
of
missing out.
yeah, we're missing out because
Yeah.
our experience in Benilde as officers right now, it's very
It's different.
it's
probably.
anticlimactic because we don't even see their faces.
Sad, on
So
that
when
side,
when we have GAs, I remember GAs. 'Cause-
General assemblies.
yeah, general assemblies. When we had general assemblies back in face to face, you could see everyone and everyone was having fun.
True.
We had games and everything, and like the orientation was a lot better, and we met each other. In online, it's just like Zoom and everyone's cameras are closed, and you don't really know anyone. It's kind of hard to meet
yeah,
everyone.
it's just super engaging no, compared to like a
Yeah.
real setup. So if you think about it, parang third year nga is like one of the best years for I think for everyone. Because
Yeah.
if you think parang you're in the middle, you're like a senior, and na medyo
Not yet there.
not yet
Yeah.
there.
Kasi parang you have a mindset na, oh, thesis, maybe we should like go out more
Yeah.
and yeah, something like that.
Do you go out more when you're on your thesis?
No. That you have the mindset since you're not yet taking your thesis.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, we should go here, go there. We should try this. We should like explore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, enjoy habang may
Yeah.
oras.
Yeah.
So fourth year yung pinaka actually medyo sad, the hardest.
Why?
Mhm.
The
Kasi I mean,
transition.
it's thesis, so everyone's gonna get busy,
Mhm.
diba? So you're not super involved na with the org stuff.
Mm.
So I think third year is the climax, I would say, of the
Climax.
experience.
Would you say that's like the, how would you say, ideal to just go out of your way? Third year.
Third year, yes. Kasi in time mo mostly. That you can enjoy your academics and your
Or
or
it's easy to
social.
balance both of it.
Unlike if you're at your final years, diba? Mostly,
True.
You're gonna feel pressured because there's thesis. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Kaya pala yung mga upper back, di na sila po sumasali sa mga org.
Yeah,
Mm.
especially
Makes
in
sense.
SAG. I always notice that like first year everyone's so active. Then like once
Fourth year just gone.
fourth year like no one is there.
Vanish.
Yeah.
You're gone. Kahit yung mga 118, my batch, you're like gone and vanished.
Yeah, kasi your classes then are like a few. So the times that you're at school, parang
Oh
okay
yeah.
na.
But like I noticed like in our flow chart, which is like the way we follow our classes in school, like in the upper years there's less classes. Is it
Yeah.
easier to manage or harder? Because it's less. But when I noticed that in like Frosh, they have like full load classes,
Yeah.
like 21 units, 21 hours per week. Basically, they're the most active. But when it goes to senior years, it's less classes, but like you guys seem a lot more busier.
Yeah, because of thesis.
It's that time consuming.
Mhm.
Yes. Per research talaga. So I think that's a good part lang. I mean, it looks easy kasi if you look at the units, it's just like a few just thesis, no? You have all the time.
Yeah.
But in reality, the time that you spend is mostly for your thesis really.
Yeah.
And then meeting with your mentors. So yeah.
Medyo speeches kami.
I was like,
Taken aback.
I was thinking, I was trying to plan out my flow chart. I was like, okay, this few next steps it's gonna be a light
Oh,
breeze.
you guys at your third year na, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, I'm on artistry right now.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so medyo kind of long way.
Yeah. But I was like looking at my flow chart. It was gonna be like, I'm gonna have like 4 classes per term now. I'm like, it's gonna be like easy flyby, and you were like, it's actually harder. It's like, what?
Art this 5 now.
So
Halfway.
I would. Do you have like any moments of these experiences? Like you said, your climatic part and was your third year, and the hardest part was your fourth year. Were there like a significant professor or significant classes that like really brought you to extent of becoming a better designer? I would say, like we have like those certain profs, and certain what you call this classes that like really push you out of your boundaries.
Actually, for me, it was during my, I think second year, first year. Second year, I think.
Oh.
It was during my Art Des 3-5, somewhere there.
That's
Kasi
pretty
parang
good.
it's something new for me, diba? Like coming from
Uh-huh.
high school, I have no idea what like architectural design classes are. And then, so yung mga first few years would be like really like an eye opener in a way. Like it broadened my perspective of like architecture as it is. And then my mentor pa, so I can't name names, right? Yeah. So there was this one specific activity that really, I think, medyo mahirap siya. Parang sobra, parang doon ako napaisip na parang, am I gonna, push through with architecture or not? It was during that year.
Moment, okay.
I think it was Artist 2. Yun, naalala ko na. It was a section project, if you remember.
No, Artist 1.
Ah, what?
Artist
Oh
one?
my God, I felt like Artist 2.
Architecture
It felt like Artist 2.
I don't think I
No,
like
but
this.
that's same. I had the same thoughts na parang, is it this?
Yeah.
Just this? Parang, am I gonna... Parang it's one. Syempre, it's the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, yun nga, parang, am I gonna do this for the rest of the...
Yeah, for the
till
rest
10?
of the...
Parang, I'm so tired, joke.
One pa lang.
One pa lang. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So yeah, it was during my first year.
What was it about, if I may
It was
ask?
a section project. So paano ba yun?
We had to
Okay, so yeah,
project.
for example, this room, we had to like
make a
you know how to
section.
do sections, right?
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
sections. So but then instead of like putting out the obvious ones like the table, like the wall thickness, he
It-
wanted us to like
It was about parang metaphysics.
What?
Yeah, like
metaphysics,
light, sound.
Oh, that sounds so hard.
So more of like visualizing the intangible aspect of architecture. So like the sunlight, the wind, more of like that. So you have to think beyond what you see
How do you do
and then
that?
putting it on paper. So that was like, oh, hirap naman.
Like,
Walang digital pa yun, ah.
Was it digital or
No, it was
like-
manual. It was
It
manual.
it was manual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I kept thinking like digital. How do you do that in digital?
Mas mahirap pag mag-
Yeah, and we were like banned to use curriculars. So just fully like lines.
Lines?
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
How do you do sound?
Shading,
Yeah.
parang siguro may pag-sound wave ka.
Yeah, parang ganun, more of like that idea.
Mm.
How are you gonna
Display.
help the viewers visualize
Yes.
sound in a certain space?
And then
Something
sun
like that.
also. Usually
Also
sun
like
you put yellow eh.
Yeah,
Siguro sun tapos may araw. na ganun.
like how are you gonna quantify it? In
Yeah.
a way, parang ganun. In certain times, certain like areas of the
That's
blue.
it.
Certain times, so
Yeah.
you had to do sections of several.
Yeah,
Mm.
parang ganun. So it really depends on what you
Damn,
what
this
you
sounds
want
like a
them
hard
to.
prof.
Yeah.
This Argus one pa lang.
Yeah, akala ko hard this too eh.
I remember Argus one, it was just like,
Parang sa amin, we just did like, kunwari nag-thesis kami, ganun daw sa amin.
ours was just like rooms and bubble diagrams and stuff. It
Yeah.
was like, I found it very easy.
I don't know, I would prefer yung sa inyo.
Yeah, it was exciting.
It sounds
It's super
exciting because like, I guess it really made you think out of the box
Mm.
compared to like the way I learned my art. This one, it was like very simplified, very on the normal. Yours was like a little bit do something you can't see. That one's a little bit harder to do, I guess.
Make you train your mind.
But I guess it did push you guys to be a lot better. So like artist one was like the moment where you thought, oh like this
Yeah.
this is like
Should I take architecture? Just
Sa'yo din,
ship while it's
same.
early.
we were classmates.
So for
Oh.
Arctis one, it's for you, your highlight, you could say.
Highlight, as in academically.
academically.
Yeah, parang
academic.
makes you, what's your yung question again yun?
like a better designer.
Yeah, what pushed you?
I think Arctis 5 and 6. Yeah.
Bakit?
Why?
I don't know, cause before when I what's that? Sige, backtrack. When I was young, I wanted to take architecture because I wanted to design residential houses. That was just like my reason. But then when I entered Archi, I asked like yung mga upper batch, like, what are the subjects you have? Ganyan. Then they're like, oh, architectural 5 is for planning, architectural 6, transpo, architectural 7, skyscraper. I was like, huh? Ganon.
Alam mo residential lang.
Yeah, I thought it was like that lang. Or like yung mga commercial, yung mga,
Yeah.
mga...
The normal things. you
Yeah,
see.
the normal things. But I didn't expect na we'd tackle like urban planning and skyscrapers. So yeah, ArcDes 5 and 6. We were given a chance. We were classmates also. We were given a chance to make a master plan. Oh, we were tasked to make a development, and that was for 5. And then for 6, it's like urban regeneration. So yeah, so it was you really had to think of ways to make the area better, diba? So, before, yeah, I was scared to take that. Parang it's a, what do you call that? Macro project,
Oh, yeah,
macro
yeah.
scale.
Yeah.
So, it was a first for me. But then, after taking it, I realized na I learned a lot, and it brought me to where I am now. So yeah, the firm I'm working for, we're making like master plans and urban plans. Yeah.
Ooh, so no more residential.
Umiba na yung basically,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you didn't really
Residential.
want to pursue residential.
you found
or-
new inspiration.
But then I still want to design
True,
houses. Yeah, it's like an architect's dream, diba? To design
True.
your own
Very
house.
true.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
How
So-
about, sige,
Oh, ikaw muna, syempre.
so speaking of like, we talk about like your highlights. So what about, I'm just curious, like how was Frosh for you? Was it, I know, like, I guess for me, like, I want to know how was your Frosh. Like,
Oh
Why ba din
no!
sa amin?
Oh my God, frosh year. It
Ganun
was so
din ba?
hard.
Like everything was new compared to senior high. Or
Oh,
did
we
you-
didn't.
You know, I had senior. Did you guys have senior?
No, I was the last
No.
batch
Oh.
in high school to take senior high. Yeah.
Well, for me, like when during a Frosh, kasi even before like entering college, one of my goals really was to like maximize my 4 years of college, diba?
True.
So sabi ko, what am I gonna do to maximize the 4 years? Sabi ko, I'm gonna, meet everyone, meet a lot of people, join all the orgs, as in X-Corp. Sabi ko,
Same.
maximize ko the first year. So that's what I did in the first year.
Is this a freshman way of like?
So yun, dami ko sinaling, or I went to like a fashion org, I went to like a org, but
Lahat ng-
I had no agenda naman to like, I want to be an officer. I had no
Mm.
idea. I just wanted to be like,
Meet
involved, to
people.
be active. So that's what I did no first year. And yun, it led me to being like an officer here at SAGA, former president. So yeah, naging ganun yung experience during my first year.
How about for you?
I wasn't like him.
You know, straight up.
No, I wanted, because when I entered college, I wanted to graduate with honors. So I didn't join any orgs. So it was also hard for me because the first term, first year, diba? It was architectural design principles.
Right.
Yeah, that was so hard. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is really.
Parang na-culture shock ako. Because I didn't know na parang it would be that hard. Kasi people keep saying, oh, architecture, ang hirap niya na. Sure ka? Parang sure ka ba? So I was like, oh yeah, sure. Parang masipag naman ako. Ganun. So we go, oh my God. Parang, yun nga, dami kong mga all-nighters nung first year pa lang. Because we were tasked to make ATCM chipboard models.
Oh my
The
God.
sculptural model.
Yeah, every week. And it's supposed to be different.
Oh my God.
Every week?
Yeah, every week it had to be different. It
Yeah,
had to like
chipboard.
evolve. Yeah.
So chipboard's harder, diba?
Yeah, chipboard.
So na ba yung sa board that time?
Yeah, but then I think
How did you
Yung-
guys cut it? Di ba it's sweet hard?
Cutter.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were in classmates. I think.
No,
in
we
classmates.
weren't. We were blockmates, but then he was in A, I was B.
Yeah.
Your first year sounds a lot harder than my first year.
But then we had the same project.
Final project.
For you to spin.
Yeah.
Was it to spin that?
Architectural design and principles.
So like,
Oh!
Oh, yun.
So mostly like
Architectural design principles.
I was impressed by that. I don't even know what Adisprint was.
And then along ADISPRIN was ATech draws, architectural technical drawings.
Huh?
So we had to
Draft.
manually
As in, like,
and
the
CAD.
drawing by the
Yeah.
Do you guys still have that?
No, it's- I think it's
manual
our-
drafting.
Descom. It was our Descom.
It was Descom, but now it's called Arvcom.
Yeah. Kasama na kasi it's architectural visual communication. So
Yeah.
sinama na rin yung CAD.
Oh yeah.
A very good thing it was just like on our first year.
Yeah, but
Kasi
then
right
it was
now,
like
hindi
7
na masyado
hours
eh.
First year pa lang, yeah.
Even though,
Mine was 3 hours
for what?
for Art Desk. Yeah, no,
7 hours.
Arvcom.
Yeah,
Oh
7.
God.
How was it? In one day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whole day.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How was it possible?
Oh, almost.
So mag-break kayo sa lunch, tapos balik ulit classroom.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds intense. For first year.
Imagine, so, wait. No drop me pala.
Actually, first year so mahirap, no?
Mm-mm.
Most things. Just think
The
about
first
it
year is
right now.
hard. I thought second year was harder actually for me, because they gave a lot more courses for us, more units. But like going right before you left Benilde, right after life after Benilde, di ba we have OJT pa?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was it like OJT while studying also?
It was online also.
Really?
Yeah, and it was the time where it was like lockdown. Na, what's that yung ECQ?
Yeah.
It was that time.
Nahirapan ba kayo to find one?
No, because I worked for a prof. We both did.
Oh,
mostly
okay.
I
Mostly
think for,
prof.
for our batch during the apprentice online. Mostly for profs kami suggest
Mm.
kasi mostly at that time like firms were closed
Yeah.
during the
Oh,
pandemic.
yeah.
It was like the peak,
Peak,
I think.
oh.
No? So lahat walang pasok. So that's where we interned. So I think we weren't able to like maximize, sadly,
Yeah.
or maximize our apprenticeship. So
What were you guys like expecting for like OJT to be like old Jasmine or something?
like before,
Based sa kwentos ng like upper batch, they told me na our OGT was supposed to be summer term. It was supposed to be August na for 3 weeks straight. And then we have to go to the office now every day, ganon. But then sadly, the pandemic happened. Yeah.
but for my apprentice, I had like a site visit then with
Ooh.
my prof. It was
So yeah.
I'm not sure kung pwede.
Oh yeah.
I'll just cut it if ever.
Yeah.
So, para I think hindi pa masyadong pwede yung like on-site or like face-to-face setup. So, but then we still had our site visit. It was in Nueva Ecija and Layo.
Nice.
Yeah, with my prof. So yeah, I was able to like see then how he deals with the client. So mostly with that. And then at home I did like mostly CAD stuff, diagrams, because he was more of like a visual. Siyempre, prof din siya. So I helped with some of his presentations. So that was my apprentice experience.
So like, especially now that you're working, do you think that the experience as studying as a OJT helped, or do you feel like, cause since you missed out on a lot of things?
I think I wasn't able to really again learn as much. Parang hindi ko na-experience. It was just more of like a class for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So I didn't really experience, or at least naka-experience na real world OGT experience. So,
Was that the same for you?
What's that?
sorry.
Hmm?
No, go ahead.
My prof gave me one of his projects and I helped in designing the residential house.
Yay!
And then he made me do BOQs, the bill of quantities.
Mm.
So I did learn a lot from him because syempre in OJT, parang I was scared because what if I apply in a firm and then they give me work and then I don't know what to do. But then here, the perks is you could ask like, oh sir, I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And then he said, yeah, I'll let's Zoom later. I'll teach you how to do the BOQ.
Oh.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, he taught everything naman. So I did learn a lot from him.
So nag-translate naman once you graduated.
Yeah.
And you're working. Okay.
So
Interesting.
sa akin na pala hindi.
So one didn't get so much.
Well, for mine, I think mostly like kung paano mag-deal with the client. Kasi in there, like for example, my work right now, mostly siguro applicable pa yung kay Bianca, like the BOQs, the drafting. So I think for my part, the thing that I experienced was the like paano ba? More of more of the clients, more of the initial stages of
Gets okay.
the whole process of working.
Moving on to life after Benilde. So what was life after Benilde? Because since you guys are fresh graduates and you are now working, did you guys have a time to take a break from before working? I guess, like a
Yeah.
summer break.
Actually, when I graduated, I had like it was in October. I had like a month, just a month. Sadly.
Just a month.
Yeah, sobrang random kasi. It was just I was invited by my friend who parang family firm nila eh.
Okay.
So he was looking for, it was supposedly just for a project, just one project. So parang sideline dapat. And then like after that project, dire-diretso na. So sadly, I'm part of the firm na. So, and it's been, sadly. Pero actually then, may pros and cons din. So,
Pero that wasn't your plan, una.
yeah, so it was actually planned ko mga after the year, after January pa. So, it's were a 3 to 4 month break. But I was thinking it was too long then for me, like for having a 3-month break for me personally.
Yeah.
But I'm just not used to not doing anything.
Yeah, Benilde is very fast-paced na din.
Yeah.
We don't really have breaks there. So,
We're
You-
more acquainted.
but you never had like a moment to like rest?
Well, the 1 month was I think good enough.
I think 1 month's good enough.
Yeah. Pero mostly for that 1 month, I mostly did parang just organizing my stuff. Like, parang deleting my old organization stuff, cleaning my laptop.
New life.
Yeah, parang ganun.
How was it like for you? Did you take a break as well? Or-
Yeah, I started applying nung Feb lang this year.
Mm.
But then, like I said, I did freelance while graduating. That was until January. But then, it was chill lang kasi it's freelance na
So you had the option
Parang-
to like back out kung anything.
parang it's like per project and it's like basic like drafting lang ng CAD,
Yes.
rendering, ganun. So it wasn't like an 8-hour job na
8 hour,
Monday
yeah,
to
9 to 5
Friday.
job.
Yeah.
But right now you're working like a 9 to 5 job.
7 to 4. No, it's
7 a.m.
no, it's flexible.
Oh my.
Flexible 8 hours,
Flexible,
yeah.
flexible.
But then I choose to do 7 to 4 so that I could rest. Yeah.
Yeah. So like life after Benilde, how's like your social life? How's like life and like org life? Kasi diba, syempre you went to the workforce. There's different social circles na. So your friends in Benilde may have differed from your current friends from work or something like that. And then like also your org life. Syempre, you guys were a part of SAGA as well. Were there any orgs that you guys joined or right after orgs?
Well, yeah. Right now, no, I was gonna answer the first question.
Oh, yeah.
Pero it was a continuation. But anyway, I was gonna continue. Well, with regards to like the life after college, I only had like a month for like break. So in that span of time, mostly parang I was reflecting din in a way because it was the pandemic. So mostly I was just at home at my room, just doing my own stuff. So na-realize ko it was like super different compared to like me during my frosh year versus me. Parang kasi diba, parang entering a new chapter and then before it was like me high school to college, now it's college to like work. So again, back then my goal was to like explore. And then right now after college, parang I was thinking about it. Nag-iba yung parang goal ko rin in a way. It got more in a way parang like focused or more parang this time I know what I wanted. Hindi na yung exploring.
May goal ka na, parang ganun.
Parang ganun. Mas naging definite na yung goal ko.
Gets
Hindi na
it.
yung parang before sali ako fashion, I went to like a hiking org. It was super random. But then like after college parang mas definite na yung goal ko. So in line with that, like choosing the orgs that I am currently right now. So I went into like an archi org. Kasi syempre goal ko naman. I mean for us archi students is to be of course a great architect. So that's where I'm in right now. I'm in pwede mo bring up. YAPGA, it's a United Architects of the Philippines Graduate Auxiliary. So it's for fresh graduates. Parang it's a transition between college to like the professional life. So and then right now we're doing online stuff also. So same with you guys. So online events. So actually very similar to what you guys are doing right now.
Parang may webinars din.
Actually, dapat meron nga aming podcast but then it didn't push through for some reasons.
No, because everyone's busy with work.
So this org was like a new social life or something? Or like it also helped you transition?
Yeah, in a way.
Get to connect to people.
To people. Pero again, online pa rin eh. So it wasn't that as engaging or interactive compared to like meeting people in real life then So it's a bit different. So for me, personally, hindi ko siya masyadong kino-consider. But then right now naman, I'm still, we're meeting na, actually later, we're gonna meet with, we have a thing for our org,
Ooh.
like right after. So, and we're meeting them for the first time, some of them.
Wow.
Oh,
Face to face.
Nice.
Or some na nakita na namin. So, yeah. That's for my org life at the moment, after college.
You also got into you up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, with Burns.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
went in
we're
together.
still
Yeah.
again org mates, still org
Yeah.
mates. Yeah,
That's so
but
fun.
it's gonna be a part of you.
we
I
both
know.
got invited kasi to be officers in that org. And then we said, okay, why not? And they actually really helped us in the transition because they, what's that? Parang introduced us to different firms.
Okay.
And then if you want to apply, parang, I know someone who works there, ganon.
Oh no way! So it's like it's a way for connection.
Yeah.
Job
And-
also good for
job fair.
Yeah.
job
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, job fair.
It's
And
interesting.
board exam din.
Was it like parang mentors, ganun? Parang like may experience na tapos pinapasa lang sa inyo yung mga meron.
Um,
Is it like a
Not so
mix of
much.
like a lot of like I don't want to say older, but like more experienced people and then like younger people as well. in this
because
org?
yung UAPGA, may mother chapter din kami, which is the United Architects of the
Yeah.
Philippines. So they mentor us in our
Yeah.
events. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. So it's like also going from Saga to
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Interesting. But like back to my first question, like you had socialized in Benilde as well. So what was it like moving into work life? Is it harder like time managing work and like social life?
Yeah. Well, for me, actually, though, in line with what I said a while ago, na this time I'm like I know what I want in life. So, but I'm not sure if this happened to you guys. Like during the pandemic, then I think like my social circle got narrowed down a bit for some reason. Kasi I don't know. Kasi siguro college then you're sama-sama, like you just meet random people. And then like right after college, parang everyone's have their own lives na, and then parang yung circle mo just got lumiit parang lumiit.
Yeah.
So yeah, so parang actually ngayon with the pandemic, I don't usually see that much people anymore. I mean, compared to of course in real life. So mostly parang workmates now at the moment. So but right now I'm trying to make time to reconnect with my old friends since medyo chill na yung pandemic.
Relatable. I can understand it.
Yeah.
But like did you get any like you start working? Was there like a group of friends in work? How does that work? Because I have no idea. Because that's also like one of my fears. Like I have such a narrow. Because my friends from high school are still my only friends. Kahit in college, especially
Yeah.
since I was a shifty, I didn't have a block, so I didn't know anyone. Then I went to it became online. I still didn't know anyone. So when I became an officer in Saga, that's the only time I met people from Arki
Yeah.
to become friends with. Before that, I only had one friend in the Arki course.
Yeah.
So like my concern is, if I go to work, will it be like the same scenario where it was like kind of difficult?
I don't think so because at work there are, how do I say this? Parang may mga levels.
Hierarchy.
Parang ganon. So at work now, there are junior architects, then project architects, and then senior architects. So it's like sila din yung nagsasama. So like during lunch, parang kami mga junior architects yung magkasama, and then we see the project architects. Parang ganon.
Okay. That makes sense. Kasi you have to take initiative then minsan, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how's like work like right now? What do you guys do, and was it like compared to like studying architecture?
Actually, kasi right now I'm in a smallish firm. So in the design team, we're just like 4 people, and then so office I think we're about 10 to 15 around that number, and then like 5 from us design team. The rest are like engineers and the finance, admin people. So wait, what was the question?
Like
How was it?
what's the difference from work and school?
Actually, yeah, so after graduating, no, parang narealize ko parang it's honestly it's like school 2.0.
Really?
Diba? I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, as in, but then this, I think the difference now is just, meron lang responsibility. It's just, like, a lot of things are on the line this time. Like, syempre, money, you're dealing with clients, diba?
Yeah.
You're dealing with real-life people this time, real-life
Yeah,
projects.
parang di
na
basta-basta na.
Hindi siya basta-basta.
Yeah.
But then, in terms of, like, learning, it's just really, just like school for me. Well, I don't know, like, coming from a design school kasi, and then now I'm in a design build, so very, very technical, like, construction. So I'm, like, learning so much in the technical aspect of architecture. It's like I was like learning architecture all over again now. So in a different perspective. So for me, I'm enjoying solid siya na experience.
Ano ba yun? Like, parang, I don't know, you may correct me, pero is it like spoon feeding you pa ba or hindi naman?
No, actually hindi. Well, in a way, kasi my bosses are like very, very patient with me. Kasi coming from a design school, my technical skills aren't that honed. I guess yun yung siguro downside. Not speaking for everyone. I'm more of like personal experience from Benilde. Yung siguro yung curriculum na. I'm not sure how your curriculum is. But then my technical aspect, like my CAD works, my like yung mga the detailing, hindi ko super honed. So kumbaga nung pumasok ko, like sobrang bago for me. So yung my boss right now is very patient with me and teaching me like these stuff, like kahit basic. But now medyo mabilis naman yung I'm able to keep up with the demands of the
Na-adjust mo na.
adjust na.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's, for you, Bianca.
What's the question again?
Like how is it? Like compared to college.
Yeah.
Same with Burns, it's kind of similar. But then this time it's more manageable because I get the weekends off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at work it's highly discouraged to work in the weekend. So they want us to rest so that our time in the office would be maximized on working, on focusing on your projects. So, but then there are different projects that we handle, and then there's like this project that we design. So it feels like an architectural design class wherein we put the SWOT analysis, the pegs, and then it's like the process of it. It's similar to what we learned in Benilde.
Yeah.
And I think that's also like a good thing that I learned from Benilde, how our profs trained us to present our works. Because I noticed that it's really important to have the, how do you say that, the communication skill of presenting your designs to the client. In our case, the project development team, the marketing, and we have to have it, approved so that it pushes through. Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing about work then, no?
Mhm.
If your work is like from 9 to 5, it's just 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So when you go home, it's done.
Yeah.
Actually, yung first time pumasok, I was gonna take home some of the work pa.
Same.
I know, kasi kami gonna finish it at home.
Mhm.
Hindi na, no need to OT. So, as in, 9 to 5, when clock strikes at 5, it's over. Your work is over. Yeah.
Because I was doing that then. I was working on a perspective. And then I kept asking questions till like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And then the architect replied to me, she was like, "Are you still working?"
Kasi diba usually at school, no? Like after like this, you can still do it at home,
Yeah.
continue working. But then work, no, it's different.
But aren't there like deadlines as well? Which is
Yeah,
like
there are
more-
deadlines. Pero I guess you have to meet those deadlines during your
Work
work time.
hours.
Yeah, your
Pero may
work hours.
agenda during that
Yeah,
dapat
yeah.
matapos. Gets.
But then-
Even on the weekend. So pag
Uh-huh.
weekend, it's weekend.
Yeah, that sounds
no
kinda
homeworks.
nice.
Yeah, no homeworks. I think that's the best thing about work.
But then sometimes it's unavoidable
Yeah.
if you have a deadline.
Yeah.
So your boss asks you, "Is it okay if you
Yeah.
work overtime?"
Oh.
Yeah.
There are times like that, but only in like mga urgent,
Mm.
pag may mga deadlines na really heavy deadlines. But in a like a general case, no, it's not. It's not like that.
Maybe
As a
if you think about it, if you're working, that's technically overtime. Kaya yun na nabibigay ng mas manila
Okay.
sa sahod mo. That makes sense. Okay.
What would you say was more difficult? Okay. What would you say was more difficult? like school or work, or is it like equally balanced?
I think now kasi, yun nga, it's very manageable. You have time to balance your social life, your work life. And you get enough of sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
And I think Benilde also like trained us to, what do you call that? To balance time wisely. Because you have like what, 7 subjects,
Yeah.
4 majors, 3 minors, something like that. And here, syempre, wala ka ng minor, di ba?
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
just arky.
yeah, just arky, purely arky. And, yeah, like 8 to 5, hanggang dun ka lang. Tapos you get to do whatever you want at night, in the afternoon, the weekend.
But I think it also depends on the firm you go into.
Yeah.
Like some firms are different. Well, in our case, parang ganun yung setup natin.
Mm-mm.
But for some, parang overtime din.
And there are firms that are Monday to Saturday.
You can.
But for me, generally, I would say, I think it's equally. Or I think baka mas madali pa nga yung work, eh, no? Parang
I
mas,
think it's easier.
Is it because
Yeah.
like is it easier because everything you learned already, or is it? like,
No. I think it's because you also have people with you. Because
Yeah.
you're a team. Because at work, we're divided into teams. So we work together to produce our...
That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Ang artist lang mo.
Yeah, just arc this within real life.
Okay. So, we've been talking about Benilde, the school. So, if you're comfortable in asking, what makes Benilde stand out in firms, like, in job na, if you're comfortable in saying, like, ano ba pwede, what makes us, Benildians as our key students?
In the workforce.
I think there are a lot there. Because one thing is our presentation skills.
Really?
Yeah, presentation skills, communication skills. I think we're really good in, how do I say this, to converse with other people and presenting our ideas to the clients. Because when back in Benilde, parang every
Yeah.
artist term, we have to present, diba? Midterms, finals,
True.
yeah. And there are, in front of you are the jurors. So I think, yeah, because I talked to my other, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, like other friends from schools, parang they say they don't usually have like presentations as much. Parang it's mostly like individual work, and then in the semester they have like 3 projects and they have to submit.
Submit lang, no
Submit.
presentation.
It's like I think the final project.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think the diversity of Benilde in general really helped in like to develop my soft skills in a way. Kasi syempre in real life, diba, you're gonna meet lots of people,
Yeah.
like different backgrounds, different beliefs, different personalities. So in a way, my training in Benilde or like the culture in Benilde na very yung tao iba-iba talaga, diba? So I think, and then handling these people, let's say in a group projects, it really helped me in like understanding how certain people would act, diba? In a way, like certain people would work with. So I think yung team, more of like the team,
Dynamics.
yeah, and like the
Chemistry.
teamwork.
Ah,
Kasi syempre arky, hindi naman
Yeah.
individual work.
Tama.
Diba? It's
Collaborative.
a collaborative,
Design.
So I guess it really helped me in developing those needed soft skills in work.
Yeah,
Aside from
and-
the like design, diba?
Yeah, I have a prof who also mentioned that na it's important for us to work as a team because that's what you're gonna do in the future. You have to work with everyone. Yeah, hindi pwedeng na palaging individual.
Yeah, and hindi din art kasi in Benilde syempre, diba? Kasi some schools when you're in Archi, you just meet Archi people. You're gonna be classmates with architecture people, and then in Benilde parang random, diba? You get to work with some MMA people, some inter people. So in that way, I think in having like that exposure to like different professions and then working with them would really like help you in real life. Kasi syempre as an archi, hindi naman archi yung kano mo, diba? You're gonna
Tama.
deal with engineers, diba? Deal with interior designers, some MMA people. So it really helped for me.
And I think one factor in is our profs because they come from different universities, from UP, from UST, from Mapua. So I feel like Benilde is like a combination of all their knowledge to poured onto us. Parang ganon. And another thing is yung what's that? Yung mga CAD skills natin, CAD, SketchUp, rendering skills.
Yeah.
Because we're purely digital.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh.
And other schools are still
Manual. It's more used by digital compared to manual. Or is it like equal footing?
Because syempre now at work, it's fully digital.
Yeah.
Well, yun na kasi we're online setting din.
Yeah.
Most likely, sir.
Online setting, we can't really do manual anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly digital. So like, moving on to like, what would be your biggest advice for freshmen or people who are still studying and have a long way to go to prepare them for the workforce? What would be your advice for them?
Or basically, if you saw yourself from past
Yeah.
5 years ago, what would you tell them?
Yeah, if you could talk to yourself 5 years from the past, what would you tell your younger self? Don't take Arky.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. There's going to be a
Oh.
pandemic.
It's gonna be
Save the world.
Well, for me, first is siguro, like ask questions. Ask us as much questions as you need. Kasi, like, well, in my work setting right now, sobrang daming tanong sa elementary school. Because I don't know, like, again, diba, like, going into like the real life, it's just so different, and learning it back then, parang, just like by the book, and then I wasn't understanding it. So ngayon, parang, I try to like really understand. Well, that's my second tip. Try to really understand what you're, what's in front of you basically. Kung anong ginagawa. It's not just like we're just scattered stuff and then that's it. Understand and siguro visualize the things you're doing. So at least you really like learn it, not just like memorize it. Kasi it's really gonna help you with your boards. Syempre. Kasi eventually yun din naman yung take natin eh. Yun din yung mga questions na lalabas. So yeah. That's for me.
Yeah. If it's related to like working now, yeah, I think it's important to ask questions and to keep getting knowledge from other people and to ask and consult with your profs. I know it's hard now since it's still the pandemic, yeah. But then try to communicate with your profs as often as you can and to ask more questions because I know they know that there's still a lot to learn because after college there's still a lot you don't know.
Tama.
Yeah. So yeah, and at the same time like enjoy while you're still young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're still young. We're still. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for the advice.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
I have to
bro.
look back because when I was trying to reflect on what your advice were, and I kept thinking I need to work on my soft skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my hard skills, I guess, is graphics. But when it came to like soft skills, I kind of lacked. And like I feel like hearing from you guys and what you guys experience, I feel like there's a lot of things I could really improve on. Definitely, I guess like the small things when it comes to designing and talking to people and like trying to communicate with them, like how it is to really design.
Yeah. Parang I think from what I got, parang communication lang talaga importante.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, parang minsan nag-focus ako sa programs, mga
Yeah. That's true.
pero
Yung
minsan nalimutan
technicalities.
ko na it's important then to communicate what you want then to other people. Tapos, yun, I think I have to work on that a lot. We're missing out. on stuff.
It's great to hear from like I would say how would you say veterans, but like experienced people. It's like there's not really a lot of things you can learn. Thank you guys so much for coming here
Thank
today.
you.
Definitely something for me to learn and ponder about, and hopefully our guests in our podcast also learn a lot about like the future life of working and like take your advice as well into like not only to work life but also to school life, applying like those soft skills you guys talked about and your advice of always asking questions. It's great to hear also your experience during face-to-face compared to like our online settings. Definitely makes me really want face-to-face again.
Oh yeah, no-miss ko na.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much to Burns and Bianca for joining us here today.
Thanks, guys.
They really shared their great experience also the working force of the architectural Benilde community. And this is just Justin and I, and for this episode podcast. Oh yeah. Before I
Tokens.
forget,
Tokens of appreciation.
tokens of appreciation. So if you would look under your desk, there are tokens of our appreciation. Joke lang, it's under mine. So here you
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saga.
Alright, so thank you so much to Burns and Bianca, and that is our episode for this week. This is Saga Studio, live in a look into a look into Benilde architecture. This episode we talked about life after Benilde. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next episode.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow our social media accounts.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Are you feeling a bit hungry, Justin?
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Me too. I'm feeling for something yummy and delicious.
Mm.
Do you have anything in mind?
Something seafood.
Maybe. Actually, my new favorite Japanese-inspired takoyaki is now here. It's a combination of takoyaki, yakisoba, and donburi meals, catering their customers for the delicious and affordable oishi experience.
Visit them at 3rd floor Expansion Wing, Festival Mall, Alabang, for you to try and enjoy your takoyaki experience. Use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off on takoyaki. Again, TACOSAGA for 15% off.
Use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off. Again, use promo code TACOSAGA for 15% off on your next takoyaki purchase on selected areas.
Thank you.